What's going on YouTube? Today's video, we're going to show you how to spray paint and customize your very own speaker to make it look however you want. Today's colors that we're using is a forest green and a white. I'll leave a link in the description to all the supplies that we do need. This speaker is inspired by the AJ4 colorway that I have here. It is the exact same colorway, so that's what I took in account to this speaker. During this video, you're going to also be learning some of the mistakes that I learned across the way, because this is also my first time doing two colors on a speaker. It's also my first time spray painting the grill without removing the grill, which I know a lot of people are going to say that's bad. And you'll see how I worked around it, but also the mistake that I made during it. All right, so first we're going to show you what the supplies that you do need. So first you're going to need some sort of cleaning. So I would recommend an isopropyl alcohol and just a microfiber. Make sure you clean the entire area before you start. This ensures the paint to stick a lot better to the surface area you're working with. Next, you're going to need some painter's tape. I recommend thicker painter tape, as well as one that has tight seal, so that way it doesn't leak and it's stronger basically. You're also going to need some sort of X-Acto knife or a knife in general. Also, this is just for educational purposes. If you do mess up your speaker, it's not on me. You're also going to need the spray cans of your choice, so whatever colors you decide to use or color. And you can get crazy with it. You can mix a bunch of different colors if you want. You can make a bunch of different designs if you want. Just use some decal stickers, spray paint around them, or use them as a stencil or an outline, however you want. You get creative as much as you want. You're also going to need some sort of painter's mask. Make sure you are doing this in a very well ventilated area. You don't want any chemicals or any fumes or VOCs breathed in. And even after you finish the project, I recommend keeping it outside or in a well ventilated area for up to 3 to 4 days. All right, so with all that being said, we're going to go and jump into the straight process on how we started this. So first, we're going to go ahead and mask the rest of the speaker first and keep the grills open. This means covering the handle, covering the bottom, the entire body, covering the LEDs and everything. We're also going to cover that little emblem, so that way we don't mess up, the emblem color of what we want it to be. So this takes a lot of time and patience. Do not rush this step. You may have to do double layers when it comes to the painter tape, just so it doesn't leak through. So I recommend going one row vertical and one row horizontal as much as possible. Once you're done with that, now we could spray paint the grills. Now this is the first time that I spray painted the grill, and I noticed it's better to hit it from an angle rather than directly at the grill itself. That way you're not pushing the spray paint to get clogged into those holes, and that way you're not spray painting the actual drivers themselves or LEDs inside the components and everything. And I'll show you what I accidentally did. I spray painted a little bit directly and a little bit too much. You want to do very, very light coats when it comes to this. Be very patient when it comes to the grill. Since you can't remove this speaker grill without damaging it, you have to be very, very cautious. This is what happened when I did rush the process. Yeah, I had to use an X-Acto knife, punch out all those holes, and I kid you not, there was at least 400 holes that I had to do, and it took like 20 to 30 minutes just because of one simple mistake. And that was just a small area. Imagine if I did that for the rest of the speaker and how terrifying that would be to be able to punch all 1,000 holes. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take your time. And also make sure you have a big enough cardboard or something that you don't want to get messy. That way you don't make a mistake by spray painting the floor. Because that's what I did. Thankfully, I know how to remove. You could just pressure wash it, but you don't want to be in that situation either. It's more work for you. So just be more prepared. That way you don't have to put in more work than is unnecessary. Now that we went ahead and did our several coats onto the grill, we're going to go ahead and mask the grill. Now, I found the best possible way was to just lay out all the painter's tape in horizontal patterns first. Use your nail to kind of outline where the grill is. That way you can come back later with an X-Acto knife or a knife in general and just trim off all the excess. And then we're going to double layer it before we do that. We're going to layer it vertically after that. And then we're just going to outline it with our fingernail around the outside as well. Then use an X-Acto knife, cut it all off, and you get a perfect fit without having to align it. Way easier that way. So use that method when it comes to kind of outlining stuff like that. I recommend that step. We went ahead and covered the grills, covered the LEDs, we covered the buttons, and we also covered the passive radiators. We covered the passive radiators with napkins, and we also used painter's tape to kind of push down the napkin. That way it's a little bit more flat without needing to, tape the actual radiator, which you could do both, but this is what I've seen that works, and it works. the more painter's tape you do use on the napkins, it might be a little bit easier to work with. I would recommend spending a little more time on that step. I didn't spend a lot of time on that step and it was a little choppy. You can probably see from this, it's a little choppy because the napkin wasn't consistent, but I'm okay with that because I could always go back and hand paint it with white. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get ready to spray paint the body. So for the body, we're gonna go ahead and start off fairly light. You don't wanna have a lot of like gloss to it or shine to it. It's gonna be very, very medium coat. I know some people like to do light on the very beginning, that way you can see a little bit of the underneath. Personally, when it comes to speakers, for me, this is what I've been doing and it's been working, so I had no issues when it comes to that. So start off medium coat. On the second coat, you could go a little heavier, and then after that, I tend to go light, and then light, and then light. But it's however you really want. Just don't go super heavy. Make sure there's no drips, because if you're going too much, that's where you'll mess up. Less is more when it comes to painting. Also, when you are holding the spray can, don't sit there, don't be too close. You have to kind of keep it consistent. So I like to just brush it a few times. So I'll be like probably a foot away and I'll brush it like that. And I'm not holding it down. I'm just doing click, click, click. It's like a little pattern that you have to do. So you'll get better over time. So where we're doing each coat, we're using about 4 coats on average. For the grill itself, we did 4 coats, and each increment between those coats took about 45 minutes before we started the next coat. And then on the final coat, we peeled everything off and waited about 12 hours minimum before we started spray painting the body. Now, when we're spray painting the body, we'll take off the grills after we finish the final coat. We'll take off all the painter's tape and everything, and then just keep it in a ventilated area for about another 12 hours to 36 hours before you, and this time when you're pretty much done with it, you can test it out, do whatever you want after the 12 hours, put some final touches, like clean it up a little bit before the paint is fully cured. And then wait about 3 days before you bring it inside if you're gonna use it inside, because you don't want the fumes once again to be in your nose. All right, and finally you'll pretty much have the finished result. So that's what we had. And if you do have to clean off any excess, for like if you have napkin residue or if you have just any residue, or if you have to clean it for whatever reason, I recommend using a sponge or something very, very soft and just warm water. You can start off with that, see how it goes, and don't soak the microfiber or the sponge, just keep it kind of damp, and then you could just wipe it off. If it's a little more stubborn, then just use a little bit of soap, not a lot, and then you can go and work on that even more. And it should come off. That's the reason why I use it. But if there's paint that you want to remove on a certain area, like I had paint on the LED from earlier, what I did is I used a harder scrubbing pad and I used some isopropyl alcohol. That's what the isopropyl alcohol is used for, to remove any paint that you don't want in any area specifically. Obviously, if you're already in this step, like if I wanted to remove the white paint like on the green, I think there's one right here, right there, very faint, but if I wanted to remove that, I pretty much can't. I just have to go over it again very lightly and probably just like cover a portion of the speaker, like with some cardboard, just hit it lightly, and then that's pretty much it. But at an angle, of course. That's the only workaround I would say, or you can fill it in with by hand, basically. But yeah, no, I'm very happy. This is the very first time that I did a two-tone, and I want to know your guys' results. So let me know what kind of speaker you guys are going to plan on spray painting and what color. I'm going to take inspiration from you guys in the comments down below on what speakers you guys are painting and what colors you're painting. So let me know in the comments down below. I think for the next speaker that we do decide to do, I'm going to get more creative with it. So I will use like decals and maybe some other stuff, and we'll improve every single time we end up doing this. So get comfortable, because we're going to be doing these little speaker videos a little more often. Yellow and blue, maybe like a light blue. I'm not sure. That looks like a minion, huh? Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. We out.